Alright, what's up my peeps? How y'all doing? Little backdrop of where I'm at. Tropical Park, my training ground for the day. Well, if you think about it, everywhere you go, everywhere you're at, it's training ground. You know, training never stops. You're a forever student. You say you're a master, you better be a master of none. There's only one master. Straight up. Boom. It's not me. The master of masters. And I tell you, look at that. Look at my feet. Look at those hips. What? It's been less than 2 months since I've gotten a total hip replacement. My right hip, titanium, adamantium. My kids are calling me Bionic Man. That's awesome. I feel great. You know, I feel really good, and it's, you know, before that I got my rotator cuff surgery for my labrum and bicep tendon as well, and had arthritis that they had to shave down. Man, what a beautiful tree. Yeah. It's nice. What a beautiful day. Now, as I'm walking through here, you know, yeah, I'm feeling great. You know what I'm saying? There's still pain in some places, you know, but you gotta move forward. You gotta keep moving forward. You can't give up. And even if you can't walk, you know what I'm saying? Move your arms. Can't move your arms, can't move your legs. You know what I'm saying? Breathe. You're breathing. You know? If you got air in your lungs, if you got oxygen, you see that? Breathing. You know, there's something to be thankful for. Look at that nature. Look at that. A rooster with 2 ducks. With water chickens. Just hanging out together. Before that, I saw ducks, herons, chickens just hanging out. A turtle. That's beautiful. Reminds me of us, you know, in this world. You know? But we all come from the same race, the human race. Yeah, you see, we all share a common bond. Man, I get so sick and tired of like right versus left. You know what I'm saying? White versus black. You know, Spanish against Spanish. Whatever. Man, my dad is Puerto Rican, my mom is Dominican. We have every spectrum of color and hairstyle and eye color, from the whitest of whitest to the blackest of blacks, and everything in between. Man, I remember growing up, you know, that was, you know, we hung out with everybody. Yeah, of course, you know what I'm saying? It's when you're part of one neighborhood, one hood, you know what I'm saying? There's always going to be, you know, rift between another hood. You know what I'm saying? But in that, you know, throughout the years, I've seen, you know, that the generations, you know, that were taught to hate this hood and stuff, you know, or these people, you're like, why? And then it's like, in my generation, you know, we hung out with everybody, you know. It's about respecting one another, you know what I'm saying? Love your neighbor, you know. But man, those teachings, that moral code, you know what I'm saying? Because you really have to think about it. There has to be a moral code. Has to. And the reason why the world is in chaos is because we refuse to acknowledge that. But, okay, we do have a moral code, and that's when something happens to us that we deem wrong. But at the same time, we're doing it to someone else, and we don't see anything, you know, wrong with it until it gets done to us. So as simple as this can be, but yet it's so powerful. All right? The master spoke these words. Okay? Do unto your neighbor as you want done to yourself. Straight up. Nobody wants someone to steal their stuff. You know what I'm saying? To go into their house, you know, take their wife, you know, and their kids. You know what I'm saying? Murder someone, you know. You don't want to be lied to. You know what I'm saying? Where did that law come from? You know? There has to be one. That's why the way states, you know, man, that when you love, right? When you love, you know what I'm saying? Love can do you no harm. It really can't. Because when you love your neighbor, you don't want to do any of that stuff to them. You know? Buena, ¿qué tal? You know, I didn't know those women. But you know what? I had to lift up my eyes and gaze upon them and give them a smile and say hello. That's so important. Man, you don't know what someone is going through in their lives. You know what I'm saying? The beauty of life is to be acknowledged. You know? And it's so beautiful to hear these words that God made us fearfully and wonderfully we were made. You know what I'm saying? You know, and you got to look up those words, you know, in the Hebrew and the Greek, and it goes way and beyond. You know, we were made fearfully, wonderfully. We were made. Man, what does that mean? And it's deep. It's so deep. You know? Man, I don't know when I'm gonna leave this life. I don't know if I get into my car, you know what I'm saying? And that's it. You know, someone could pull up on me right now. That's it. You know what I'm saying? When your time is up, let me tell you something, you cannot do anything. But man, if I could pass on anything, you know what I'm saying? Is that the way, the truth, and the life gives us this peace that surpasses all understanding. That no matter what is happening, you know what I'm saying? There is chaos in this world, you know? And many of our brothers and sisters, they're going through it right now. They're going through it. Whether you're here in the States or around the other side of the world or right next door. You know what I'm saying? We're all human, you know? Man, man, if we could, you have to know your history. You really do. Because when you know your history, you know that there is nothing new under the sun. There really is not. All this technology and stuff, let me tell you something, man. There's still things that these archaeologists and scientists, you know what I'm saying, when they're trying to decipher, you know, because the Egyptians, the Hebrews, you know, and all these beautiful languages of the world, you know, that they had symbols and signs, you know, and all of them, okay, at one point or another knew that there is one creator, there is one way, and that the people that always followed him and had him, Yahweh, in their hearts, in their minds, in their soul, you know, that he is your strength, my strength. You know what I'm saying? Man, like for real. There came a point in my life, man, and I'm human. I'm not perfect. You know? My wife and I are going to complete, by the grace of God, 11 years on 11/11/11. That's awesome. Man. The way we came together, let me tell you something, that is a miracle. That we have 2 children. That is a blessing from above. You have to understand that when man and woman become one, you understand? Become one, okay? That's why he speaks about, you know, that we have to have self-control. You know what I'm saying? That when you become one, man and woman, it goes deep into a spiritual level. And that's what he talks about. It's like you're not just, you know, when someone commits adultery, when someone is sexually immoral, you know, it's not just physical, you understand, in the flesh. It's also like you're destroying your spirit, you know? That's why pornography is so rampant. You got to get out of that. I thank God that he took me out of that. And there's temptation every single day. You know what I'm saying? You know, in this path right now, you know, he talks about the ancient path, to walk in the ancient path. Ask him. Ask Yeshua. Ask the Holy Spirit, the Ruach HaKodesh, to show you. Really. Let me tell you something. You better buckle in. Straight up. Look at this. How you doing? Looking good, man. Keep it up. See that? That's my neighbor. He look like a young Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. What? Man, we have some awesome athletes out there. Shout out to my athletes, man. You got to keep going. You know what I'm saying? One hip, one shoulder. No legs, no arms. You keep going. And you keep fighting that good fight. Let me tell you something. God is going to give you rest. He is going to give you rest. And I pray that. And now, Father, whoever's listening to this, that you show them the way, the truth, and the light, Father. That you be a light to their feet, Father God. And that they continue on scaling with your steadfast love, never giving up on hope, that they'll be able to look upon this mountain, Father, no matter how small, no matter how big, but that mountain is this dread that people feel that they can't do it anymore, that they can't make it, to give up, to take their own life. And I tell you, no, no. Because God saved me from that. God saved me from a life of dread, of anxiety, of fear, of pain, of hurt, of this anguish in your whole entire body, that it resonates in your soul. He liberated me and gave me freedom in Yeshua. That's the good shepherd. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah. Those roots, that they be settled deep, deep into your heart. You know, like that tree, that no matter what hurricane, no matter what tornado, you know what I'm saying, comes its way, it stands firm, strong in the faith, not losing hope. And in these times, that the love of many will be wax cold, let that fire burn within you, and don't let that love quench. Don't ever let it quench. You know what I'm saying? I love you more than anyone. Yeshua loves you. And may his peace rest upon you. All right, y'all. Continuing that therapy in victory. Peace.